So, all right, now that I got that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids in all ages, badass adolescents, all that yada yada and everything. Oh, damn work. See, now I gotta go get the harp again.
Come on, son. Just clean all that fucking stuff up.
I gotta go get the stall. I gotta go get it. Stall.
Just cleaned all that shit, nigga. Like, come on, son.
Can you just get the,
I ain't coming over here no more for this fucking show. I ain't coming over here for this show no more.
Anyway,
you're going to be doing this fucking fairy tale shit.
Anyway, remember, I don't need the harp. Damn it.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented, I don't even know all the titles that I can put on her. Singer, model, radio personality, CEO. The list can go on. I mean, really. So, I'm going to just let her tell you everything about her. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to bring you Shay Star, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Jay?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's good?
I'm here. What's up with y'all? Like, I mean, 302, stand the fuck up. I'm just saying.
Definitely.
Right,
definitely,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 302, stand up. We in the building.
Turn up.
Definitely glad to have you on the show. You know what I'm saying? You definitely putting in that work.
No, man, I appreciate y'all having me. You know, I tell Crush this all the time. You know, it's really hard to find people in our own city who, you know, are willing to step out and, you know, network and work with each other. So I definitely appreciate y'all even taking the time to have me on here tonight, like real talk. So thank you.
Anytime. We definitely try to show love to, especially like you said, our city, because it's so hard, man. Like the crab in the barrel mentality. You know, we stay away from that. So we see somebody pushing and trying to do something, you know what I mean? We support that as much as we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I say it all the time. We the smallest state in the United States. We only got 3 counties in the whole state, and I believe that we the most divided, and it's a problem with that. So, you know, for y'all being up there representing Newcastle County, and I'm down here in Sussex County, it's like, let's just bridge this gap and turn up all the way.
Right though. But let the people know who is Shay Star. Like, let the people know who are you, in case they've been sleeping on their rock and they really don't know.
Well, who is Shay Star? Well, I am Shay Star. You know, for all of y'all who don't know, I am the CEO and co-founder of ShayStar.com, which is an entertainment-based website where, you know, we're not the typical fashion trash site. You know, we actually take entertainment and use it as a way to educate our peers because, you know, so often in the entertainment business, you know, we're always highlighting the negativity and the gossip and sex, the money, the drugs, and, you know, all of that is entertaining, but at the end of the day, that's not the business of entertainment. And, you know, as Crush, you know, stated, I came into the game as an R&B artist, and, you know, I did that for 8 years, and it was a crazy grind, you know, going on tour and recording, you know, mixtapes and albums and, you know, just trying to find real people in this industry who was willing to, you know, just give me a shot and really take me as an artist and my craft seriously, especially being a woman. You know, it's really hard to find people to support you who are genuine because you're always dealing with that, well, is this person really interested in trying to help me or are they just trying to, you know, get between my legs? But, you know, it was a learning process and a lot of things that, you know, I had to go through to, you know, make, you know, me who I am today. Even with me branching off into the modeling and, you know, the video vixen and the eye candy segments that I did, you know, that was a short-lived period in my life, but I learned so much, you know, about the business through that, you know, on how people operate and, you know, how to, you know, maneuver within the business and how to manage relationships. So I basically took everything that I learned in those 8.5 years that I was, you know, pushing, you know, being an artist and, being a model, and I dumped all those experiences into SHAY.com. So now basically what we do is we've created a platform for independent artists, entrepreneurs, and just creative people. You don't even have to be within the entertainment business. You can be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a painter, whatever it is that you do. We've created this platform for you to not only promote your brand, but for you to also network with other like-minded people, just to help cross-brand and promote whatever it is you're doing, open up, people from audiences that probably would have never heard of you before. We definitely strive to be that different. And also in that, we also definitely make sure that we try to teach those, who are trying to be a part of this industry the right way to do it. It's one thing to want to be in the entertainment business, but it's another thing to know the business of entertainment. And once I learned the business of entertainment, I realized real fast that I no longer wanted to be in the entertainment business, which is why, which is one of the main reasons why I stepped out the spotlight, to create SHAY.com to help other people, figure it out. So, in a nutshell, that's me.
That's so poetic.
I mean, it just is what it is, we've just, we're just so happy, and I say we because, Shay Star, yes, Shay Star is a person, Shay Star is a personality, but SHAY.com and Shay Star Radio, Shay Star TV, Team Shay Star, that's the brand. And, it takes a lot of people, to make SHAY.com what it is. I'm definitely not doing this by myself. So whenever people always hear me reference we, I'm talking about we as in Team Shay Star and everybody who's employed at SHAY.com.
Most definitely. Definitely shout out to the whole Team Shay Star because y'all go hard. Like that easily breaks down. Y'all go hard. When a tweet is sent out, like tagging any of y'all in it, like our inbox will blow up. I can tweet your name right now, and like I'll get 15, 27 like retweets. Like y'all go hard. Definitely.
Look, they already know you gotta go hard to go home. I don't be playing no games with these people. Like, you can't claim, the Shay Star brand if you ain't got no hustle in your bones. That's one thing about me. Like, I grind. Like, I'm in Brooklyn right now, talking to y'all. So it's like, you got to make moves and you got to be willing to step outside your box and really, go for what you know and grind it out.
Yeah, they definitely play those games too. I posted that promo video, and I swear, like no more than 5 seconds after I posted that video, my phone got 28 retweets. Like I thought my phone was tripping. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I never seen that many
video. Who put the video together? That was really nice.
I did that. Yeah, OFLAME, I did that.
Oh, thank you. It
was easy work, believe me.
Yeah.
I was not complaining.
Oh, gosh. See, that's why I cut that shit out right there. Look, it be bugging me out because I meet people, just in everyday life, and they be like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm Shay Star. So, they go home and they Google me or whatever, and then the next time I see them, like, oh, I seen your pictures, and I'm like, oh, God. That's exactly why I don't say Google me no more, because that will bring up some things, and oh my gosh, the conversation just totally changes after that. I'll be having to run people off, but it come with the business, it come with the territory. I thank God, like I said, that I was even able to share, within those experiences. Even though the modeling thing was short-lived for me, I got a lot of, love from a lot of, big names. This is 50. Featured me, twice, and shout out to celebrity photographer Felix Natel Jr., who, was actually a photographer behind, all of those shots, and, I landed a couple of features in a couple of magazines, Don Peace Mag, and Garbery magazine and a couple of other little, girly, eye candy magazines and stuff. But, and it definitely, was a blessing because it added to, my fan base and my traffic. So it's definitely not nothing that I regret. That was something that, I stepped into, and, sometimes you just realize that some things ain't for you. But, I loved it, though. I got a chance to, show a different side of me that people weren't used to seeing. You hear the music, and then you see me, and it's like, oh, shit. But, it works out, though. You just got to use it for what it's worth and, know when to give it up.
Right.
So
let's break down Shay, because Shay on her show. I'm gonna tell you about Shay. On her show, she be getting like down and dirty to the nitty gritty of artists.
Absolutely.
To the point where it's you feel their soul. So that's what I want to do right now. Now let's go into like really getting to the point of who is Shay Star. Now, you was born in Oklahoma, right?
Yep, OKC to the destiny. Shout out to Liddell Rose, OKC, we putting on for the city. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. He's definitely, can I say it again? I definitely got to shout out Liddell Rose and the whole, team Shay Star down in Oklahoma City, man. Y'all, they definitely putting on for me. So, I definitely want Oklahoma City to not be, missed in this conversation because, I rep Delaware because I grew up there, but I am from Oklahoma City, so I definitely always got to shout out the home team. But, Mike P and Josie Coco, they down there holding it down for us. And, I actually had the pleasure today to hang out with Zab Zuda and Liddell Rose. Zab Judah and Liddell Rose, and they putting on for the city. So make sure y'all check out the fight tomorrow on Showtime. It's definitely going to be crazy, But keep going.
Right. Yeah, we getting. So when do you move to Dover?
What'd you say?
When did you move to Dover?
I moved to Dover when I was 6 years old. For good. We were back and forth, in between those years, but we settled in for good my kindergarten year. So I've definitely been in Delaware all my life, but OKC is always going to be home because that's where my heart is,
How was the transition?
What'd you say?
It's a lot different. How was the transition? Because obviously between Oklahoma City and
oh, my God, it's
Dover.
It's fucking insane, dude. Like, Delaware ain't nothing but a smaller version of Oklahoma. That's it. They still got cornfields and chickens and cows running around out there, too. Maybe 10 times more than we do. So it was cool, but I did hate leaving my family because I had no family in Delaware. My mother and my father were in the Navy, so the move was not, by choice. And like I said, we left all of my family there because I don't have no family in Delaware or nowhere, or up this way. So, it definitely was a hard transition. But, my family is so loving and compassionate that, you would never know that, I didn't grow up with my cousins or, that my grandmother, wasn't a vital, piece to my life because we always had a very, very, very strong bond. And, it wasn't a summer or a holiday that, I wasn't trying to get back home. So transition wasn't hard. It was just, missing real family, But, I've been here for so long that I've just adopted, a new family. So it's cool, I love Delaware, though. I wouldn't, trade it for the world. People ask me all the time, like, Shay, you always in New York, or you always in Atlanta, you always here, you always there. Why don't you just move? And I'm like, I don't want to move. I like Delaware. I like Delaware, for my kid, because, I'm a single mom, making it do what it do. And, the city is just not somewhere where I would, prefer to raise my kids. So, to be able to, come home to Delaware when I can just be, regular and just live a regular life. Because, when I'm in the city, I got to be Shay Star, I got to be turned up, I got to be camera ready and all of that all the time. But, sometimes I just like to just chill and just be normal. So, when I'm able to come back to Delaware, it gives me, that separation and that peace. So, for everybody out there hating on Delaware, please believe that this is definitely a wonderful spot to raise your kids and to retire. So, if the crime rate is low, we don't have, a lot of the stipulations. Yeah, well, y'all don't count. Like, y'all like a subsidy of Philly up there. So, but down here where I'm at, in these cornfields and these chicken coops, we don't see too much of that. Where you going?
Right. So how'd you get into music?
How did I get into music? Well, my family has always been ingrained in music. My uncle sang, rest in peace to him. He had a deal. He was really, really big back in the day. And my great uncles actually were signed to Motown. They went by the name of Jackson Controversy, and it's so funny because this is a little story that they used to always tell us when we was growing up, that it used to always be, controversy between them and the Jackson 5 because they were 5 brothers that went by, the Jacksons. So, people used to always mix them up, and used to always be some beef about the way they should change their name and stuff. So music has just always been a part of me, and, everybody around me. I grew up in church, so, singing in the choir was definitely something that was big for me. I just love music. I love the way that it touches people. I love the way that, the lyrics, can paint stories and pictures, for those who couldn't say it, you know what I mean? So just music, for me is just deeper than, being on a stage, in front of people and singing, to be glorified in that way. Music for me is just like medicine to my soul. So, naturally, growing up, I used to write poetry, and, I used to, buy, I don't know if y'all remember, but you remember back in the day when you bought a single, it would always have the single, the instrumental, and the a cappella version. Well, I would always take the instrumental and, write my own songs to them. And, I was doing mixtapes before I even knew what a mixtape was, taking those beats and, using a tape recorder to record, my vocals and then dub it over top of, the instrumental and then putting it all together. Like, I was doing that stuff at like 7 and 8 years old, not even realizing, what I was doing. So, again, it's just always been a part of me, and, it's something that'll never leave me. I get asked all the time, like, Shay, when are you going to go back in the studio and record? And I haven't been in the booth in over almost 4 years, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to lie, I missed it. But, like I said, this path that I'm on now is just a little bit more, I wouldn't quite say beneficial, but it's moving a lot faster, than it was when I was, running around trying to be an artist. But, music will always be a part of me. It's something that'll never leave. So, you never know. Stay tuned. One day I might trick y'all or something and bust out with a new single. But don't get your hopes up.
Oh, we going to harass for a week. We're going to harass you and all your 100 Twitter soldiers that you got. I retweet everything.
You want to hear us. Because you want to hear us.
I might
put the whole Shadowy team again.
Every interview that you do, we gonna be right there like, yo, when that single dropping.
Right. every radio show you do, when that single dropping.
You got it. You got it. It's all good.
Because me personally, I got a song I've been wanting you on for years, and it's just sitting there because ain't nobody else going to touch it unless it's you singing on it. It's still
on some real talk, he ain't even lying. Like, he's really not lying. Ever since he came around, you know what I'm saying? Like, ever since he came around part of the team or whatever, he been telling me about this song. He was saying, like, yo, I want to get Shay started on this. I've been hitting her up. I can't never get in touch with her. She'll hit me back. Like, this was like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So,
well, now I know. I didn't know she like completely retired. I didn't know that.
Yeah. When I switched over to SHAY.com, like everything got put on pause.
And yeah, your team really do go hard. Yo, Crush, what was that dude named? Every show that we did, he was there, hitting us with flyers and.
Mac.
Yeah, every freaking show we was at, he was right there. Like, yo, SHAY.com, hit us up, this and that. I'm like, yo, dog, I just talked to you last week at the other show. All right, be able to take my card to SHAY.com. I'm like, all right, go to a video shoot. He right there. Yo, SHAY.com. I'm like, dog, you don't remember me? I got like 4 of your cards. Like,
that is hilarious. I love it. Yeah, shout out to Mac, man. He's definitely my right hand when it comes to this promo, man. Like, I definitely, you know, gotta pay, you know, love and respect to him because he definitely holds me down. Like, real talk.
Yeah, he's good.
Definitely. Mac definitely be moving. Everywhere we be, he there too. I'm like, damn, that man moves.
Yeah, well, that just means you moving too.
Yeah. But you know what? I want to get into some music. I want to get into it. Actually, I want to get into a whole Shay. I want to get into a Shay Star block. Right quick.
Ow.
So, yeah. Because the switchboard is kind of, I kind of got decked the switchboard out with you with a couple joints. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs. Yeah.
You have 8 of my songs? Wow.
Yeah, we be hacking. We be getting everything.
Yeah, I told you.
That song you talking about, you did at 7 years old, we got that.
I think I'm your number one fan. I might be. I just might be.
Look, claim it. You can have it all day.
We got that tape you did at 7. We got that on deck. You got all that.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah,
so what you want to do?
I'm listening. I think I'm gonna start off with my favorite track, which is Amazing. I especially asked for this one.
Yes, you did. Amazing was one of my favorite tracks to record. So I definitely appreciate that.
Well, definitely, I love that song.
Go for it.
We're gonna get into Amazing. Then we're gonna get into Know Your Name with you and T-Pain, and probably All I Want. That's how I'm gonna do it. Yep. Amazing.
That's
Know Your Name and All I Want. That's how I'm about to do this mix. All right. And then right when we come back, I'm gonna tell you my own personal story that I have involving Shay. I don't know if she'll actually remember this, but I do because So I want to see if she actually remembers this. Therefore, I'm about to put myself on the chopping block. Let's see what happens and everything. So y'all know what it is. You're rocking with the show. It's Next of Flow. Leg out. We're gonna be back more with Shay Star in a minute. Let's go.
What can I say? Shay Star. It's so amazing. Come here. When I saw you, that's when I knew you were something amazing, baby. I never ever say nothing. I'll take the lead. All you gotta do is follow. Hold on tight, baby. I won't let you fall. No. Never artificial, but I don't have to tell you. If you pay attention, baby, you'll see that. Yeah, I'm a rare one, we gotta do it my way. I'm a little different, but I can show you something. Put you up on game, it won't cost you nothing. Chance of a lifetime, why would you wanna pass up? mistakes, baby. 'Cause I don't even know your name. I'm hoping that you feel the same. I don't want you to think I'm insane, but you just keep on looking my way. I ain't showing no game, 'cause I don't even know. I don't even know your name. Showing your face, but you live in my mind all day, and you just keep on looking my way. I ain't showing no game, 'cause I don't even know your name. I don't even know your
found my heart.
Oh, man.
I found it.
Doing this pixie dust all over the place, man.
It's not pixie dust. It's gold.
It's glitter.
It's not glitter. It better not be glitter as much as I paid for this damn thing.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, them joints are going to put my rock.
Oh, thank you.
An amazing joint, yeah.
You know, amazing got a lot of love. I don't know if it was the photo shoot that did it or not, but I know the photo shoot had over 100,000 views on it. So it was a blessing, you know, that many people, whether they was listening to the song or not, got exposed to it. But no, that track did get a lot of love, and you know, shout out to Drum Majors ATL, you know, for producing that track. You know, I recorded that song almost 5 years ago, so it's crazy. It's love that, you know, y'all can still rock to it now, like it's you know, still brand new. I guess it's brand new to some people if they ain't heard it.
Well, that's how you know you got good music. Man. Good music is timeless. You know what I mean? So.
Mhm.
But you know what? I grew up in an era where music was timeless. You know, the 90s and the 80s. You know, the music back then just had a particular vibe and a particular, you know, feel to it. And, you know, I tell people all the time I think I've been here before because, you know, I feel like I relate so much better to, you know, music in the 70s. So, you know, I grew up listening to Anita Baker and the Commodores and the Shy-Lights and the Manhattans and the Stylistics and Stacey Lattisaw and, you know, Sade and, you know, those were a lot of, you know, my influences. So naturally, you know, when I wrote my own music, it pretty much, you know, I guess it just bled through me because that's the type of music that I adore. So it means a lot to me, you know, to hear you say that. So thank you.
No problem. That's definitely the best era, you know what I mean, from the 80s and 90s. Like, that's the same time, you know, I came up and crushed too, you know what I mean? So, you know, when I do my music, like, I still try to capture that same essence of those times, you know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest issue I have with music today. Like, you don't really get that feeling, like, that connection, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get them stories, you don't get them concepts that you can relate to as much. So, it's kind of like today going tomorrow, you know what I mean? And I don't want my music to be like that either, so I definitely
I'm such like a hopeless romantic, and I'm such a lover, so, you know, everything, you know, about me, whether it was the music and even the way that I run my business now is completely, you know, out of love and compassion, you know, because I'm always looking to touch, you know, somebody else, to touch others in a way, so, you know, a lot of people don't know, you know, how to express that love anymore. So, you know, that was one thing that I was really, really big on, you know, in my records that I used to write was, you know, just to express love in many different ways, whether it was making love, spreading love, or, you know, showing love. It all, you know, love was always a theme and a common topic, you know, for my music.
You definitely can hear it through your music. You can hear the passion. You can feel the love through it, through the songs. Because I think Amazing is just like so impactful because I can like feel that, like you can feel that, like that beauty. You can feel that love. You can feel like you can look at somebody and see that whole picture. Like you can see that's one of those songs when you see that's one of those songs when you see the girl of your dreams. That's the song that like will play in your head. Like when like everybody in the room just disappear and everything. You just see her. Yeah, that's one of those songs that run through your head.
Hey, you know, it was so funny because I remember writing that song and and usually, you know, I don't have writer's block. So whenever I get writer's block when it comes to a song, those always seem to be my best songs. because those are the ones I had to take more time and more feeling and compassion into. But when I wrote, Amazing, I was actually tapping into another element of myself as an artist. And, I played the safe role a lot, and, let's just have fun, hold hands, kumbaya. I play it real safe, but, Amazing gave me an opportunity to express another side of me that, a lot of people don't normally get to see. So, I'm very shy, when it comes to, like, the opposite sex and trying to, entice people. But, I said if I ever had the opportunity to, say something to somebody that I was really feeling, this is what I would tell them. And, I just laid it out, bar by bar, and I just let it do what it do. And it ended up being, like I said, a big hit. A lot of guys, I definitely say that the fellas definitely were loving that a lot. So it helped me, develop my swag, and it gained some more confidence in what I do. So I definitely go for what I know and what I want now. So shout out to Amazing, for helping me do that, definitely.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So, all right. Now let's go in. Let's story time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's just rather put himself all out there, because because basically I've been saying that I'm a big fan, so therefore I'm gonna explain how I'm a fan. And anybody who can say because I had debates with people that basically try to question my loyalty to this music, to this Delaware music as that. Delaware music as that. So, and I support everybody who's really doing it out here. So, take it back a couple years. I can't remember how many years, but it was a couple years ago. Now, Shay, she had a party. She had a party going on at Palms on 40. Everybody who's from Delaware know where Palms at. Most of y'all probably will be there after tonight's show because, it's open until 4 o'clock in the morning. So, y'all know. Now, Shay was having a party there. Me, being the supporter, me being the person I am, I was like, oh, snap, Shay's having a party. So, I broadcasted it like, yo, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to see where, see it and everything, da-da-da, da-da-da. So, I'm also promoting this party for like the whole week. Me, again, I don't know Shay from Can of Paint yet. I really kind of don't know her now, but still, don't judge me. Now,
we have a thing now. It's all good. We have a thing now.
Hey, me and Shay got a thing. Blank. Ha ha.
Go with the story, nigga. Go ahead, man.
Ha ha. Me and Shay got a thing.
Hey, man, I got to edit the video. I'm good.
I got to make the flyer. I'm good.
Oh, my gosh. Y'all are hilarious.
So now I'm promoting to the day of the party. So actually, was it Facebook or MySpace yet? I don't know if it was Facebook or MySpace. It was one of them, but you actually actually commented like, yo, I hope you see you there, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to be here and everything. And you was like, hope to see you there. So I was like, all right. Promoting all week. The person behind the party asked me to be there. I'm going, so therefore I go. I got the whole team with me. Make this a big occasion. We went into Palms like 7 deep. Now, this is, everybody knows me. Everybody knows me. Everybody who really knows me knows I have one fatal flaw when it comes to beautiful women. Flame, you know that fatal flaw. You have seen it happen. And for the people who don't know this fatal flaw is, I will go completely dumb in the sight of a beautiful woman. I will forget how to talk. I will turn into the most bits brain person in the world. In the face of it. Now, this is what happened. We get to the club, we get to the party, Shay's there, I'm drinking, and I'm drinking my little Hennies and Heinekens, y'all know me, Hennies and Heinekens all day. Now, everybody's with me like, okay, are you at least going to say hi to the girl? Me? I'm like, no.
Wow.
So basically, I got dragged over there by my homegirl to say hi to you. But I did it. I don't know if you remember it, but I remember it.
I remember you being there, and I remember you coming, and saying hi to me, and I know I thanked you for coming. I do remember, but that is so funny. That is too cute. Thank you.
So everybody who's laughing at this right now, y'all can all go to hell. No way.
You don't crack it up right now because that sounds just like.
I know you are.
Every time, every time we go out, that's a crush story.
Don't feel bad, Coach. I'm the same way. I was stare at a man for 2 hours and never say nothing to him because I'm just retarded like that. So don't feel bad.
Now, I got a Shay story.
Oh, really?
I got a story when she wasn't so sweet.
Uh-oh.
I got a story.
I think I liked it.
Nah, this happened over Twitter. Like, it had to be around the time I was promoting Fresher, my single Fresher. So, mind you, like me and Shay, we didn't know each other. Like you said, we don't know each other like that now. But I hit her up on Twitter. She's like, yo, I'm pushing a single, this and that. And then would you check it out, whatever. She's like, all right, send it to me. I sent it to her. Didn't get the feedback, but then she started killing me on her tweets, talking about artists need to learn how to label their songs and all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, she was throwing shots. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I was salty. I was mad, but I learned from it, and I've been labeling my songs ever since then, damn it.
Yes, that deserves a hand clap. Word, I preach that every night at Shay Star Radio, man. Y'all put too much work into it to send it to somebody that's one. You know what I'm saying? Label it so people know who it is, because you never know. Like, when I get music, I don't just keep it for myself. I send it to, my DJs, and I use them for our ShayStar.com mixtape series and stuff. So, it's an inconvenience to me when I have to try to find who you are or the name of the song. And when I have to do that, I just delete that shit because I don't got time. So it's just a benefit to artists to always label, your work. I mean, you sending it to somebody, you want people to know that that's you, and and know what the proper name of it is, so that when we go and we play it or share it, we can make sure we have all the proper information. But if it's nothing else,
Yeah, that was my first encounter with you. This was a few years ago. I was like, yo, who the fuck is she? I was hot.
I'm a smooth asshole, bruh. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's just,
I laughed at it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I wasn't laughing that day, at that moment, but you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I bet you wasn't laughing.
But it's all good. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things, like, I laugh back at it now, you know what I'm saying? Because I was kind of wet behind the ears, because up to that point, I had people that did that for me. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Like, I thank you for that.
No problem to have you be a service, Absolutely. What else you got for me, Crush?
we actually got a question, but the question is coming from a listener who's not too radio shy, like that is radio shy, so they want me to ask for them.
Oh, okay.
Now this is coming from my homegirl Quay. Shout out to Quay and everything. Shout out to you, baby girl. Now she wants to know how did the whole modeling thing come about? Like, how did you get your start in that, and why'd you stop? What was your experience? How did it thus impact who you are today?
Okay, so the modeling thing. How it got started was I actually ended up winning a showcase that DJ Envy had in New Jersey a couple of years ago. And part of the prize package was a photo shoot with celebrity photographer Felix Natal Jr. Now, we ended up doing, the initial photo shoot, for my prize package. And after the shoot, Felix, reached out to me and he was like, Shay, you're a very, beautiful woman. Do you ever, think about, modeling, eye candy video vixen? And, I was like, yeah, I thought about it, but, I'm a little scared because, I don't want to be perceived the wrong way, blah, blah, blah. So Felix was very, very professional. He was very, very trustworthy, and he was definitely a man about his business. So we basically took baby steps. I ended up booking another shoot with him that was just strictly for eye candy purposes, and I mean the response was phenomenal. I mean, like I stated before, This Is 50 picked it up, and I got featured in a couple of magazines, and I cast it and starred in a couple of music videos. So it definitely was a great experience. It taught me something else about myself because I was able to understand the process of video making and casting videos, and I edited and executive produced my first music video. So it was definitely a bunch of experiences that came from that I'm definitely grateful for. The This Is 50 platform is really a huge platform, especially for up and coming models and artists. So to have my name shouted out and respected by somebody like 50 Cent was definitely, amazing in itself. And, I kind of put it away because from later shoots that we did, I went all the way in. I'm, as I call it, been over with a thong on. And, the stigma that came with that and the attention was not the attention that I was looking for. And although I know that we shouldn't really care too much about what other people think, but when you're an artist and you're trying to build, a core fan base and a core audience, you have to be very careful with the type of things you attach yourself and your brand to. And, I was young, back then, and like Flame said, wet behind the ears, so I was just really at a desperate place in my life. I'm like, shit, the singing thing ain't popping off like that, so what else can I do, or what other talents can I use to, get in the door? So that was just one of those things, that I used to, put me in another element. But ultimately, like I said, I ain't about that life, so I gave it up. But now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I understand the business more. I'm not as opposed to it, as I might have been then, but if I go back into, the labs and work on pictures and stuff, it'll be sexy, but in a different way. So, I don't have anything against models and vixens and twerkers and dancers, but, just on my behalf, that just wasn't for me. And that's ultimately why I decided to give it up.
There you go, Quay. Hope that answer. Back to we just heard 3 great songs from you.
Yeah.
And Now, you have worked with, like, your resume is not to be, like, played with. Like, you got some hitters on your, like Funk Flex, Trey Songz, Omarion, Cassidy, Mano, who else? Freeway, Chopper, like, the list goes on. Like, how did all those experiences come about? And, like, well, just name a couple of, like, the most impactful ones and how did they come about?
Well, when I was singing, like I said, I was doing a lot of touring, a lot of shows, so I was, blessed to be a part of Funkmaster Flex's annual car shows that he used to have down in Ocean City. And I did that for like 5 years straight. So I was an ongoing, performer on the bill every year. So, whoever his main acts were, I always had the opportunity to open for them. So I had the opportunity to open for Omarion. I had the opportunity to open for Mano and Lloyd. And, it's pretty dope, just going back thinking, those very three people are three people who, I've ran into again, in this SHAY.com venture. So, for them to see me or for me to go from opening, for them for major concerts to interviewing them or walking the red carpet with Omarion or, doing promo for Mano or, running into Lloyd backstage at a Spring Jam concert and, he's reaching out to me, is just amazing because, I grew up, with Omarion and Lloyd, so they, to have, people that I used to have plastered all over my wall growing up, like the bottom little pin-up magazines, that they, Teen Geek Bop and all those old magazines back in the day, I had these people plastered on my wall, so for me to, be working with them here, side by side, and I'm on the same, I'm respected in the same, way that they are is absolutely amazing. Opening for, somebody like Trey Songz was amazing. That was at a time when, he was at his peak, and, I opened for him at Dell State, and, that was an audience of many, so just to be able to share the same stage with him and, later, like I said, producing a show for an artist who opened for him and then, being in the studio and, doing media and helping promote his album and, just really being a part of, the people's lives who helped make him who he is now are, things that I could never, put into words. And then as far as working with artists like Chopper and Freeway, and it's just, again, amazing that artists who reach a certain level of success weren't, afraid to allow me to, put my vocals on their records and, show me some love. So, the singing portion of my life definitely, opened a lot of doors for me. So it's definitely nothing that I never want to, forget or, not shed light on.
Most definitely. So, like, we're going to get into the whole SHAY.com.
No, sorry, my set just told you. Let's talk about it.
How did it first come about? Like, what was your idea? Like, you know what? I think I can pull this off. Like, I think I can do this.
SHAY.com honestly was not my idea. When I was running around as a starving artist and model, I had met somebody who is actually now my manager and my mentor. And, it was interesting because he had gotten a promo package from somebody with my music in it, and one of the songs that stuck out to him was a song that I did with T-Pain, and, you know, I didn't notice at the time, but he worked very closely with T-Pain, and, you know, it's just amazing how things just come, you know, full circle, you know, in this business, especially when you work hard. But, you know, I had the opportunity to meet my manager, and, you know, we sat down one day, you know, face to face, and the first thing he said to me was, you know, I don't know what to do with you. And I'm like, what you mean you don't know what to do with me? And he was like, you know, Shay, are you sure that you just want to be a singer? And I'm like, why would you, you know, ask me that? Of course I want to be a singer. Like, that's all the fuck I've ever wanted to do. Like, why would you ask me something like that? And, you know, I didn't really get it at the time. I didn't really understand, you know, why or what was going on. But obviously he saw something bigger, something more in me than you know, how I was thinking about it. And, you know, he just kind of threw out to me, you know, I could see you, you know, on the couch interviewing people, you know, like Oprah or like Wendy. And, you know, I'm sitting there looking at him like, dude, I'm trying to sell out arenas and, you know, put out multi-platinum albums and shit. Like, I'm not listening to what you're talking about. But, you know, I finally stopped being my stubborn self, and I gave, you know, what it was that he was talking about. You know, I took it into consideration. And he said something to me one day. He was like, Shay, don't you realize that you have more to offer this world and this industry than just your voice? And he's like, not saying that, you know, that you can't, you know, do great things with your voice, but your personality and the way that you love and care for people and, you know, the way that you're able to talk to people actually has, you know, more depth to it than any song that you could ever sing, you know. So he gave me the idea, you know, to start my own website. And once I really looked into, you know, how the internet was changing and how, you know, websites and social media were like the new thing, I got off my high horse and I did some research. And, you know, 3 years later, SHAY.com is, you know, making it do what it do.
It's definitely doing that. I mean, you getting co-signed from Jadakiss, Style, Jadakiss, Chic Luch, Alicia Keys, like, we gotta say more? Like, I don't need to say more. Dwayne, do I need to say any more?
Nah, you just mentioned my wife's name. I'm kind of flabbergasted right now. Like, I heard Alicia Keys. I heard Alicia Keys, and like it was just over after that.
Yeah, I definitely love Alicia. She definitely was, you know, a major inspiration for me, you know, as a singer. So, you know, to have that woman, you know, take time out of her day to, you know, stay verbally and visually for the world to see, you know, shout out to SHAY.com and much love. And I wasn't even around her. You know, I didn't get a chance to meet Alicia. Somebody sent that to me. So, you know, that was amazing. Definitely amazing.
That's what's up.
Definitely dope. But we're going to get into a quick music break, and then we're going to be right back again with Shay. Blaine, I think it's about that time. I think it's about the time to drop this new gem and everything.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, like we was telling y'all earlier, this is that exclusive Shadow EMC OFLAME new single. You know what I mean? It's brand new. We ain't officially released this yet, but shout out to DJ Big Ant, DJ Shorty T, DJ No Frills, all the DJs that's rocking with us, Big Mark, Chubby Swagger, everybody, DJ Cousin B. They all co-signed it, you know what I mean? So they said it's a go, so it's a go. About to hit the clubs with another joint. Everybody turn up. OFLAME featuring Crush the Catalyst. Let's blast that off.
Y'all know what it is. You're rocking on the show. Next of all, lag out.
What up? You know we get it, how we get it. Enjoying how we living, never moving off a pivot. These looking talking money, guess I chalk it up the gimmick. I know this. broke cause they always in our business. Can I get a witness? Then these cats are hearse though. Style so godlike, killing with my church flow. I'm so laid back, I do it cause they hate that. Serato on fire, DJ sitting with the playback. Take them through the threshold, show them I'm the best though. Yeah, the kid married, but models on deck though. Showing triple D's, yeah, they hit me with the breaststroke. Parking lot pimping cars looking like a flex show. Notice written so we keep a couple arms. King Kong in the trunk setting off alarm. Stepping out the ride, ice dancing in the charm. Take a couple pictures, bad on my arm. Round the parking lot, about to hit the club. All the devil haters, all the shorty show us love. We about to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. About to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Turn it up. Flames don't rock with no sucker. So when you see the shadow to your mo, better get low. A lot of dating cause they can't get on the song though. Pimpin' ain't easy, but I do it on my solo. C.O. Dolo, get it poppin' like a fofo. Bad bouncing on my like a pogo. You hot? No, that's a no-go. Any show flame on, killin' with the stage flow. Any song flame on, they hit 'em with the pesos. Hit after hit cause Shorty T says so. Hit after hit cause Big N says so. Hit after hit cause Big Mark says so. All I'm making hits got the piff and that fuego. Ice blocks connect around the wrist like some Legos. Here they go, feel some type of way though. Trying to throw shades but they can't block the rays though. In the club, dudes asking where they babe go. Taking shit to their face like it's Fago. Round the parking lot, about to hit the club. All the devil haters, all the shorty show us love. We about to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. About to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Everybody turn it up, turn it up. Flames don't rock with no sucker. So when you see the shadow to your mo, better get low. You know how they turn up when shadow be there. Up in VIP, got their legs in the air. Show with no thong, got everywhere. Trying to show out, twerking in the chairs. We happen to like that ratchet type. They happen to like us cause we bout that ratchet life. Dirty strip club, savage life. You so push the mittens and stiff on the average night. No tips, they just get strong. Stomach and back pain, they gotta go home with. Another type of dude that you can sit and zone with. Talk on the phone with, thinking you can Jones with. G, baby, I'm about my paper. Bottle after bottle, love off the haters. Shorty in my ear, keep begging me to taste her. Shot after shot, take it down, no chasers. Round the parking lot, about to hit the club. All the devil haters, all the shorty show us love. We about to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. About to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Everybody turn it up. Everybody turn it up, turn it up. Flames don't rock with no sucker. So when you see the shadow to your mo, better get low.
Yeah,
that's
that was the new joint. That was the new joint. Everything. Well, you do that, Flame, because that's your song. I'm just featuring.
Yo, that joint rock, man. Shout out to 9/11 down Atlanta that produced that joint, man. We're gonna probably blast that joint at Mojo Maine this Sunday. We got a show there. Then catch us at Dobbs up in Philly next Thursday. We probably rock that joint out. You know, the other singles, Bada Ding, and all the other bangers we got. We're going to be out there at the legendary Dobbs next Thursday up in Philly. So come out there and rock with us, man. Shadow, we on deck, you know?
We definitely need it. Like, we got a couple DJs behind it, but we got somebody special that is here that I would love to hear her opinion on it.
Would that be I?
Yes. And it's labeled. It's everything is
definitely labeled.
Well, you know what? Send it to me.
All right, I got you. Definitely got you.
Yes, you can definitely send it to me. I would be more than happy, to support and play that on Shade Star Radio as well. I was definitely digging the beat and the energy on the record. So, do what you do. 2 thumbs up.
I appreciate that. It's something light, you know what I mean? Give them something for the radio that they keep pressing me for. You know what I'm saying?
Flame, be quiet. Be quiet. I'm just smiling right now because I just got a 2 thumbs up Shaystar. Let me just bask in that moment right quick. Can I just bask in that moment?
Hilarious.
You just told me it was my phone. How you gonna take the 2 thumbs up from me?
Because I'm on the hook. I rock that hook. I rock the hook. So if it was a 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb was for you, another one was for me. So yeah.
This got crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, shout out to Crush the Catalyst for releasing that hook. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is all we do. But yeah, like that's a little project. I got 2 projects in the works for everybody that don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like one is strictly for the DJs because they keep pressing me for these club joints, these singles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna give them a whole project full of singles and club joints so they can kind of get off my back for a minute. So it's kind of a mockery of it, but at the same time, like club hits is what I do. Like it comes second nature. So I'm gonna get them joints. That project's called Biscuits and Bitches. You know what I'm saying? So don't ask me about the title. It's just something that it didn't make sense, so it fit perfectly. So, and then I got a more serious project, called King Shit, where it's more, my life story and more my, it's kind of anti everything that I'm doing on the other project. So that's going to be my more serious project. I got a joint called My Life, which is, has Crush the Catalyst on there. A joint called Spirit in the Air, where I'm talking about a couple of my homies that got killed and, their stories. So it's going down that path, man. So y'all look out for them projects, probably dropping in January, both of them at the same time. So we're doing. We working.
And I got 2 projects coming out soon. We got the re-up coming out very soon. Me and Flame is going to finalize on the track list. Hopefully tomorrow. Can we knock that out tomorrow?
Yeah, we see what we can do.
All right. We're going to finally have the track list tomorrow. So I say I'll probably drop it late January, early February. And after that, I'm going to do Artistry of Pain, the EP. So, yeah, Shadowy, we working over here. So
yeah, we definitely working.
Most definitely. But you know what's crazy, Flame?
What's that?
I've been just so privileged to have Shay on the show. Like, I completely forgot about the battles.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. It's been good conversation, you know what I mean? Like, time go by quick when you having good conversation, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, like you definitely, give moments like this for people to really get an insight, you know what I'm saying, of somebody that's really working like that. That gives people inspiration and motivation to keep doing what they should be doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that drives another question. That also drives into another question. Like, what makes you go as hard as you do?
I'm never complacent. I just never get comfortable. People sometimes get to a point in life where they think they've made it and they get stuck there. But I'm always challenging myself to, go harder or, do better than I did the last time. And, and like I said, I have a child, so, I gotta make sure that he has everything he needs so that when he gets my age, he ain't gotta, go through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to pass something down, to my child that he can pass down to his child and so on and so forth. And not just my own, but, my staff, like it's people like Mac and, and Brianna and Tahita and Nicole, who, wake up every day and shout out to Mike P. I can't forget about him, who definitely, wake up every day and put just as much into SHAYstar.com as I do. So, whenever I get sad or I get depressed or, I get, frustrated or pissed off, because trust and believe, I have those days as well as like anybody else where I want to be like, man, fuck this, I'm tired of it. But, then I think about it and it's like, I look at, my child, or then I think about Ty and Mike and them, and it's like I can't give up because I got too many people depending on me, to make this thing work, so that we all can, eat together. That's one of my biggest things is making sure that me and my team are able to, eat together. And, it's lonely, sitting at the dinner table by yourself. So anytime that I can empower those around me and bring them, on board to, get some of this good, then, I'm all for it, definitely.
Straight like that.
Mhm.
She's so political. Like I feel like we're talking.
I
like
know. See now,
like Michelle Obama addressing the nation.
Oh,
you know what?
man.
Now I can see Shay with her own talk show. I can see Shay with her own talk show because she dresses things so politically that is politically but yet entertaining. So I can see her with her own show. I support it already. I'm the first. I'm supporting it. I want to be in the front lines. I'm supporting it.
I got you. Shoot, speak it into existence, please, because that is definitely, one of the goals of this entire brand is, branching out and doing, everything. I literally am in the process of taking over every damn thing: radio, TV, websites, media, blogging, breaking artists, breaking records. I'm very interested and adamant about doing all of those things. So, which is, another reason why, I'm so serious about, education. That's a very big thing for me, is making sure that you keep yourself educated because, knowledge is power and it unlocks, things within yourself that you never knew, that you could have, just by, picking up a book and reading it or enrolling in some classes. And, I'll say that, college has probably been the best thing that ever happened to me. So, definitely never discount education. That's my biggest thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely applaud that. Can't knock education. People really need that in their lives right now.
Yeah, man. Everybody's talking about it ain't no job out here. Nigga, go to school. Shoot.
Create one. You know what I'm saying? You can't find a job, create one. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, like go to school. I mean, people, and I hate to hear, oh, it ain't no money. Listen, I ain't paid for a cent, and I'm graduating with my master's in May. So, I don't know.
Congrats on that. Definitely congrats on
you.
Right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, nothing that you don't do, huh? She like, yeah, I sing, I model, I do, journalistic things, I break artists, I performed open heart surgery yesterday, get my master's tomorrow. It's like,
yeah, man. I got to do it right.
I'm a professor at Harvard, just
got done working on the next rocket ship to go, fly out with NASA,
Absolutely.
He's an ordained minister.
I thought I was doing stuff with my life. I got to sit back and reevaluate some things tonight.
I know, I'm humbled right now. I'm about to sit in my corner and think about shit.
Oh,
as much as my plate be full, much as I complain about I don't have no time because my plate's so full, and I was just like, let me go ahead and reevaluate some things.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I'm about to use this against you, too.
Yeah,
Every time you talking about my plate full, I say, I bet Shay's plate is fuller than yours, but she's working. She on it. She's doing that thing. Thank you, Shay.
It's all about time management, man. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just got to have a schedule. That's it.
I don't work with people like Crush around. It don't work.
I'm a great worker. But I want to, like, for the people, but let's get into the quick breakdown of these battles right quick, and we can close out after that.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Well, so hold on, Shay. We gonna definitely get right back to you. We're just gonna break down these couple battles. All right. Now the battle talk is over. I had to get it.
Hold on, I gotta get a quick shout out. Shout out to the Queen of the Ring. Shout out to the Rep the Brand page. Shout out to Dale, April, everybody holding it down over there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bonnie. She got a battle with Duchess coming up in January. You know what I mean? We gonna rock out there and support Bonnie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Swave. Who's Swave killing? Oh, he killing at Rosenberg Raw. Shout out to T Money Bags. You know what I'm saying? T Money Bags. He facing Big Cannon, which is gonna be crazy. So yeah, man. Shout out to them, man. So that's that.
Yeah, the show is definitely gonna be at that battle. So. Yeah, we definitely going to be there. We're going to bring you all those interviews and everything. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, definitely. But back to Shay. See how happy I sounded when I said that. You know what? I got to practice. I think every time I say Shay's name, I'm going to do that. So, back to Shay. That's crazy. They have her own drop.
I love it.
That's crazy.
I really love it.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you rocking out with us for this show. You know what I mean? I know time frames and all that stuff is real busy.
Yeah.
Real busy, especially on the Friday night. You know what I mean? There's so much going on.
Like you said,
I wasn't doing nothing. I was just hanging out with, 5-time world champ. I wasn't really doing too much. Just getting some footage of the weigh-in of the big fight tomorrow that y'all better tune in on Showtime tomorrow night. I'm just saying.
What's going on tomorrow?
Zab Judah will be fighting tomorrow night at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, of course. And I'm actually in Brooklyn now because I was out here running around with them today getting some footage and some behind-the-scenes stuff. So, of course, be looking for that very soon on SHAYStar.com and SHAYStar TV. And, yeah, you got to tune into the fight tomorrow. It's his first fight in a long time, defending his title. So it should be pretty big. Like I said, Showtime is covering it. And it's going to be pretty amazing. So you guys tune in to the main event.
Definitely. I don't know, man. I got a bone to pick with Zab, man. Last time I put money on him, he messed it up by fighting. He got the scrapping in the ring. I can't even remember who he was going against. He messed my money up.
It was Floyd Mayweather.
Huh?
It was Floyd Mayweather.
Was it? Yeah. All right. Yeah. It was Floyd Pop or something. Yeah. I just know my money got messed up. I was like, this guy. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely tune into that. And matter of fact, it's crazy because
it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. I'm team Judah all day. It wasn't his fault.
I can't even remember what really happened, so I can't debate you with that. I can't even remember that. I was repping for him. I was repping for him during that fight. I wanted him to win. I did. I betted on him.
He did win, but when you ask other people's opinions, they got to do what they're told. But don't get me into all of that. Just make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a show you don't want to miss.
Definitely going to be tuned in. Shout out to Zab. Actually, we was at his gym. That's where Queen of the Ring films their events at. Out there in Brooklyn. They filming at his gym that he trained at. So, shout out to him.
Yep. You already know.
But yeah, hey, let everybody know where they can find you at. and everything, how to contact you for events, promos, all that, radio play, all that, everything that you do.
Oh, man, you know, I live on Twitter, so y'all can definitely hit me up on Twitter at I am Shay Star. Of course, follow the team, the radio, and everything else at Shay Star Radio, at Shay Star TV, at Team Shay Star, and at ShayStar.com. For all artists and entrepreneurs who would like to be featured on Shay Star Radio, send us an email with a bio. If you're an artist, send little MP3s and a couple of pictures. And the email address for that is shaystarradio@gmail.com. And anybody who's interested in advertising, being featured, or writing for shaystar.com, hit us up at info@shaystar.com. And one of my staff will definitely get back to you within 48 hours. Make sure y'all subscribe to all my shit, man. YouTube channel is youtube.com/I am Shay Star. I can't accept anybody else on Facebook, but shaystar.com and Shaystar Radio and Shay Star, the personality, definitely have fan pages, so you guys can like those and we can connect that way. But everything is basically I am Shay Star. Hit me up. I definitely, show love. Instagram, I am Shay Star. And, holla at your girl. Turn up.
Definitely. I need them follow backs too. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I got you. I got you. You follow me, I'll follow you back.
I got mine.
You shut me out.
I got mine.
Like, hold up, David. I've been following you since you cussed me out them years ago.
Oh shit. Well, I got you tonight. Specialrequest.com. You got it.
All right, that's what it is, man. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, OFLAME. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at The Real OFLAME, Instagram at The Real OFLAME, OFLAME fan page on Facebook, youtube.com/OFLAME, Shadow E Media. We got the camera work, I need music videos. I don't care, you got a family reunion, kid's birthday party, we do photography, videography, we do all that, man. Just holler at us, we got the work, quick turnaround time and all that. So look me up at The Real OFLAME, and that's what it is,
We would love
man.
to put you in the portfolio too, Shay. Just saying. Just throwing that.
Hey, man, I'm always looking to work. Y'all can come out and do what y'all do, on behalf of y'all for ShayStar.com. Like, let's turn up.
That's what it
Wait,
is.
we got
Yeah. Everybody that's listening in the area, tomorrow we'll be at Ruvilla out in Philly between 3 and 5 o'clock. We'll be out there with DJ No Frills. So come out there and chop it up with us. Be blasting a new single off. Get y'all feedback, and we turn to Philly up tomorrow.
Yeah. We invading Philly tomorrow, baby. Yes. Y'all know me. It's Mr. Everything, the Cold War Chiller, Shadowy Gorilla, Crust the Catalyst. You can see me with the baddest chick. I'm going to get shot for the shit I say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Mr. In the Crew, so fucking smooth. Be aware I'm the most hated nigga in Delaware, because I'm rock with the show. It's next to blow. Let go. And y'all know my part in words, you can't love nobody unless you love yourself. So cherish yourself every day, because you never know when you're going to be gone. You can find me everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, Uber, and Skype, only females if you about that life. That's Crust the Catalyst, CRUSHDACATALYST. Y'all know what it is. Whew. I'm really getting good at this. Yo, I got a kind of funny story about my tagline. It was actually kind of crazy, but matter of fact, I'm gonna just tell the people very quick. Like, I gotta hit up about my tagline. Like, damn, you really talk fast, and yeah, from a girl. So think about talking fast.
All right, man.
I'm just saying, like, I'm so happy because, hey, I love being loved. That's all I say. I love being loved. Definitely.
Imagine when I used to rap like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
You know what? Why you always got to do that? Nobody want to hear about you.
I said used to. Look, I ain't about that life no more.
Nobody cares, Flame. Nobody cares.
I ain't about that life no more. I ain't about that life no more. You can have that. I ain't even mad at that.
Like I said, shout outs again to Shay and everything for blessing us with her presence.
Definitely.
I hope in the future, we definitely can do work together. Music, photo shoots, everything. I hope we can really get that popping. Music, you know what it is.
Yeah, we blasting Shay Star's single that she recorded when she was 7 next week.
And matter of fact, you can, and you know what? We about to put Shay Star's whole catalog on here. So yeah, you can find all her stuff. You can definitely find all her stuff on that piff and everything. You can find a couple of it. She might got a couple under wraps that nobody know about. She probably does. She definitely does. She definitely got like 2 albums that nobody know about. But we ain't gonna say nothing. I'm very sure about that. She on some Pop Sight time. She on some Pop Sight time. She got like 7 albums that nobody know about.
Yeah, she probably got a song with Pop.
If Pac was still living, trust and believe we'd be on the island somewhere sipping margaritas and talking shit.
She got a song with Pac. I'm telling you, she do. She got a song with Pac with Bill Clinton doing the intro.
I just want my song with Shay. That I can retire happy if I got a song with Shay. Like I can retire. I don't care how far I go. I can retire happy knowing I got that song done. But I'm just saying, y'all can find Shay.
I'll keep it in the mental notes just for you. How about that?
All right.
That means she'll have her people call your people. I guess that'd be me. She'll have her people call me. Yeah, we'll see. But shout out to all the listeners. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's been supporting us, holding us down. Shadow ENT, The Real OFLAME, Crystal Catalyst, Team Shay Star. I am Shay Star. Well, she is Shay Star, but follow her at I am Shay Star. You know what I mean? Hold us down. Support Delaware 302.
And y'all know how we close out the show. Y'all know how we close out the show every week. It's about that time. It's definitely about that time. It's definitely about time for us to shoot this video too, Flame.
Oh man, it's a hurricane out this motherfucker. What the fuck is that?
That's that bullshit. Every time we talk about this video, some drastic happen. Whatever. Anyway, Crystal Catalyst featuring OFLAME. It's time.